Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. All Things Middle-earth here with a very exciting video talking about set effects. We now have two-piece sets coming to the game. So if you're like me and you have a hard time making sets for your commanders with your different gear pieces, you might have some help coming in this update. So stay tuned. We're going to talk about it in just 1 second. Okay, jumping in, I'm going to make this pretty short and sweet because I think it's a pretty simple concept and I'm not going to waste your time. So we're going to get right into it. I just got two things first. Number one, this will be linked down in the description below, as well as it's over in the main Discord if you're already there, if you want to look at it there. But this will be linked down below if you want to go through each of these 3 pages we're going to look at and kind of make sure you really understand it. So check that out if you want to. Number two, also in the description down below is my top-up link. It's an affiliate link. You can make purchases on that link as if you were making them in game. It's no extra cost to you. It's actually cheaper in some parts of the world, and it does support the channel. So at the end of the day, if it's a break-even situation for you, if you use the link, it supports me, which seriously means a lot. So if you've been doing that, seriously, shout out to you. You are honestly helping me do this for a living because you need multiple streams of things coming in to make this work. And so if that's been you, if you've been a part of that, seriously, I appreciate you. And you are one of the reasons that I'm able to do this. So if you've not used it, check it out. Honestly, it would mean a lot. Again, if you're not going to, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, but it would mean a lot if you check that top up link out and support the channel. All right, now that we got all that stuff out of the way, I'm just going to summarize this for you because you know that I don't like how they use a bunch of words to say something that can be summarized in a much shorter sentence. They are adding two-piece sets to the game. So now you can use some sets with only two items and some with 4, so that you have 2 and 4-piece set options, and they're going to list those out for us. That's literally all this says. So here you can see these sets that are listed here can now be used in 2 pieces, and they have basically been reduced in terms of their value. So it's about half of them. So might, for example, previously you needed 4 pieces to get 10% commander physical damage dealt, extra damage dealt. Now you need 2 pieces to get 5%, and they can stack. So you can still run all 4 of these and just have the same effect. But if you're like me, count's not quite as whaley. I could definitely put together, 2 pieces for a might set. I can't do 3 or 4 most of the time. So the fact that I get a little bit of something and then could potentially also run another set that I have like kind of randomly laying around makes a huge difference. So again, might, Lore of the Arcane, Fortitude, Agility, you can see their effects are just cut in half. Agility plus 10, agility or initiative, now it's plus 5, only requiring 2 pieces, so on and so forth. We also have upkeep, siege ladder, and then all of the fortitude of the different races. In my opinion, upkeep and the fortitude of effect should all be removed from the game. I don't think they're very good or usable. It's just a complete waste when you do pull one. So that's just my thought. But basically these 4 up here, might, Lore of the Arcane, fortitude, and agility, now you're going to have a lot more options on your commanders, which I think is a fantastic thing. And again, I'm excited to get into my account and kind of see what I can piece together. But these are the ones that are going to be worth looking at. Now, not all of them are going to be able to do this, unfortunately. So if you're hoping to do something else, you're going to be out of luck. But the ones that are still going to be 4-piece sets that are still going to require 4 are down here: Sharp Blade, Flay, Warcry, Perseverance, Thick Armor, Power Overwhelming, Evasive Action, and Divide and Conquer. So those ones are still 4-piece sets. So if you got them, you're using them, great. If you wanted to use them in a 2-piece set, unfortunately you cannot. So it is what it is. But again, like I said, I think Might, Lore of the Arcane, Fortitude, and Agility are great set effects. And the fact that, again, I could probably run half a Might set and half a Fortitude set or Agility or whatever on someone and get some benefit, I'll take it over nothing. So those are the set effects that are now 2-piece sets, and the ones down here, like I said, are 4-piece sets. They then lastly give us some kind of clarifications and examples. So I'll walk through these just so it makes sense. But it says, for example, a commander is wearing 4 pieces of equipment with the set effects Sharp Blade, Sharp Blade, Sharp Blade, and Sharp Blade. After the update, Sharp Blade will still activate once during combat because it's still a 4-piece set. So its actual effect will still be attack of the commander's formation plus 20 during combat. Then this next one says, this is for Might, so it's now a 2-piece set. It says a commander is wearing 4 pieces of equipment with the following set effects: Might, 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 and Might. After the update, Might will activate twice during combat, so its actual effect will be physical damage dealt by the commander's formation plus 10%. So it's the effect basically remains unchanged if you're using all 4 still. And then here they show an example of mixing and matching. So 4 pieces, Might, Might, Fortitude, Fortitude, and you're going to get plus 5 physical damage received and or dealt or whatever, and then -5 damage received. So though, again, kind of goes without saying, but they kind of lay it out for us here that you can still stack two sets and they'll trigger twice. And you know, just like you said, might here, might, all 4 might, it's going to be 10%, but you can mix and match and get 5 of each different effect. So that is that. This note I think is important. I think some people are not going to like it, so I'm sorry if that's you, but it says it should be noted that when a commander is wearing classic equipment, set effects will not activate. So if you're wearing 1.0 gear, you cannot use any set effects, which again, that was the case before when they were all 4-piece sets, but obviously now with 2-piece sets, people might be thinking, oh great, I can now run my classic gear, but also have a set. You can't. And honestly, I think it incentivizes players to use 2.0 gear, which I think is better for the overall state and health of the game. I just don't think classic gear should be in the equation. Now, again, NetEase is the one that made that mess, not players. So don't blame players that have it, but it's just a weird dynamic to have that kind of gear in the game. So this is going to incentivize players a little bit more to not use classic gear. And again, I'm sure people will start doing math to figure out, okay, now is it actually worth to use classic gear when you have some more options with sets? We'll find out for sure. But for now, you can't use classic gear and use any set effects. And that is it. That is the end of the post. Again, tried to make this a little bit short and sweet because I do just feel like they like to ramble on. And I get it. I literally ramble for a living. It's my job to make videos a certain length so I can try, again, just trying to make a living here. So it still just bugs me that this is so much of a wall of text when I think it can be summarized quickly. So hopefully that all made sense. Let me know down below if you're excited about this. Again, for me personally, I'm going to open up my account, and like my best example I could think of was I have a Might Axe of Khazad-dûm and I have a Might Berserker's Raiment. I've never had a helmet or an accessory with either of it with Might or really any good damage effects, but now I can actually use that. So I'll put both the Might effects on Dane, for example. And again, even like looking now, I can even see like I have agility on this Berserker's Raiment and on the Strama Baradur. So I can run that on someone and get some benefit. Right now, I'm getting 0 set benefit from my physical damage commanders, and I can already see 2 sets of 2 that can be run on different commanders, which I'm very excited about. So let me know what set you're excited to put together on your account. Lastly, NetEase, if you're watching, I would say we definitely, with these changes, should get a couple of hammers. I know you guys won't give them to us, but in my opinion, I don't even have any right now. People are going to want to make changes because of this, which I think is a good thing. So a little gesture, a little, 4 hammers or something would be well received. So hopefully they do something nice for us, but it probably won't happen. But again, that'll do it for this one. Let me know what you guys are doing with these 2-piece sets, and I'll see you in a future video.